channel. I pray that you're blessed and that everyone around you is blessed as well. I'm Tina from Tina Wonderfully Made. Welcome to my channel if you are new here, and welcome back if you are returning. I love you, love you, love you. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Hey, so I just wanted to talk about I don't know. Like, I wanted to do a June wrap-up video, but I figured let's do a quick breeze through what I read in June, because I want to talk about what I'm currently reading as far as my summer TBR, and I am loving it so far. I also finished a book that I started in May, which we'll talk about in a second. We are close to mid-July and I'm barely doing this because I tried filming a while back and yeah, it didn't work out. So I did read 7 books in June and I am shooketh because I haven't had a good reading month in a while, which is crazy. And it was a decent month. I'm not gonna say I don't think I had any 5 stars, probably close to 5-star, but we will talk about it because I'm just proud of myself, you guys. Pat myself on the back. This is, yeah, crazy. I'm gonna do this really quick too because I don't want it to be too long, because I want to talk a little bit more about what I am reading and all that jazz. So in June I started with the one and only Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. I believe I gave this 4-star on Goodreads and Fable. If you don't follow me, the info's in the description. Actually, you know what? I don't even know if I have my Fable info, but I will put it. This one, I liked it. I really I think this one's probably my favorite out of the 3. This is part of the Skyland series. Kennedy Ryan can write. I'm not even gonna lie. And each book is talking about a different friend. So in the first book, we are getting the story of Yasmin, and she has 2 friends, which is Soledad and Hendrix. And in each book, it's getting in depth into their lives and what they're going through and the love interest and all that stuff, which I love. I just love the friendship at first. The friendship was what got me, and that's what just kept me reading. I'm not a smutty girl. I have read smut, and it's not I don't know about that. And I'm trying to steer away from a lot more smut. And so I just wanted to finish the series because I did like the writing. It's a thick book, but I finished it. And this one is, the second book is Soledad, and then this one is Hendrix's story. Hendrix, this one got me in the beginning because she's struggling with taking care of her mother, as well as having her business and running a business and worrying about what she wants to do with her life. And she ain't worrying about no man until Maverick comes along. And that whole situation was just crazy. He wanted to be with Hendrix so bad, and he was like, I'm showing you every day something that an ordinary woman would be like, okay, you're really into me. But Hendrix is like, yeah, I know, I have business to take care of, I'm not worried about you. Until he was just like, you know what, I'm gonna keep trying. And he sure did. And he's a good book boyfriend. I like him. So that was that one. The next one that I read was, I believe it was Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry. I could be wrong, but I did read this one. It's a YA, and it was okay. I think I gave it a 3-star. I was actually kind of surprised, or a 3.75, I'm not sure. But it's about Quinn. She's in school, and she has this notebook that she writes everything in. It's her life. It's her lifeline. Without that notebook, she don't know what she's doing with herself. And she ends up losing the notebook. She meets this guy. I forgot his name. Carter, I believe it was. And he was just like, you know what? We had the same notebook. It might have been swapped. Let me check. And she's thinking, the homeboy read my notebook. Like, there was some secret stuff in there. There was also like, you know, what she wants to do after school and all that stuff. And then she was just like, well, I hope you didn't read it. And he was like, why would I read it? And then somebody's like blackmailing her, like sending her messages like, if you don't do your list of the 5 things or whatever she wants to do as far as like go out on the town, and there's like random stuff. And so she was just like, well, shoot, they're gonna expose me if I don't do these things. They're gonna like tell all my business. And so Carter's like, you know what, I'm gonna help you find your notebook. I didn't take it, but we'll find it. It was a cute little book. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So I think it was 3-star or 3.75. I'm not sure. It was good. And then I read, I think I started this one while I was like reading the other ones, and this one is actually really good too. This is Cicely Tyson, Just As I Am. And I've said it plenty of times, I don't like to rate memoirs because you can't rate someone's life story. So, but it was definitely a good read. Like, I highly recommend this. Homegirl lived till she was in her 90s, and she worked until she was in her 90s. Like, Homegirl did not play. She knew what she wanted in life, and she got it. Like, it starts in the beginning. I love because Viola Davis does like a little blurb, or like it's like a, what do you call it, a forward. It's a forward by Viola Davis, and if you've read Viola Davis's story as well, she talks about, I believe she talks about Cicely Tyson, and so she like kind of like is saying the same thing. Like, as soon as I seen her, I knew that's what I want to do as far as being an actress, and she followed in her footsteps. So she's talking about it, and then it goes into Cicely's like early life and when she was born and her parents and all that stuff. Very good, like very good. Highly recommend. And then a shocker, like a shocker. The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory. Like, I was going in this book with no high hopes. Like, I was just like, I really need to read this because it's been on my shelf forever. But I believe I gave it like 3.75 or 4-star. I'm not sure, but it's about Alexa, and she gets stuck in this elevator. She's going to meet up with her sister at this hotel, and this guy like walks in to the elevator. They get stuck in the elevator. His name's Drew, and he's there at the hotel to be in a wedding. I'm not even going to say a whole lot because it gives a lot away. Anyways, Drew needs a date for this wedding, and he was just like, you know what, I'm gonna shoot my shot, and Alexa, do you want to be my date? I know we just met in this elevator. I'm eating your crackers and cheese from your purse. Like, we're besties now. Like, can you just do me this favor? And she was just like, you know what, why not? Like, what's the worst that can happen? Yeah, it was really good. I really like this, shockingly. This one was probably closer to a 5-star for me. It's Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson. Yeah, this one was crazy. And now I know why my friend was just like, I don't even know how to rate this. I don't know how to review it. Like, what do I say? And exactly, I know exactly what she means, because this story was crazy. So it's Mary, and she is a young girl. She's with her mom. They're babysitting this baby. The baby ends up dying, and they blame Mary. Her mom blames Mary. And she's living in this home with these other like felon teenagers, and she's trying to live through life. Like, she's just like, I'm allegedly the killer of this child. It's so good. The twist was, it twisted all the way around. Like, why is it that when it's summertime, people with motorcycles and like sports cars just want to rev all day long everywhere with no common sense. Like, really? It's not that serious. Like, there's a neighbor behind us that he has a motorcycle, and I just every day want to slash his tires or just put sugar in his gas tank because he revs that motorcycle. But he was worried about my dog barking inside the house, and you can barely hear her because she's a small dog. But you know what? Let me digress because I don't want my blood boiling. I'm trying to talk about these books. Anyways, I highly recommend this. I highly recommend it because it was very, very good. Now, this book, I gave it 2-star. That's generous because I don't remember a single thing about this book. And it was just, it was one of my picks for my TBR jar. I guess it was like read a book from an author that you've never read before. I don't know. I could be wrong. Go check out my June TBR picks. It's 8 Perfect Murders by Peter Swanson. I could be totally wrong, and this is probably a great book. I just was not paying attention. And I'm not going to read it because I'm just going to I'm not going to read it again. I'm not even going to read the synopsis because I don't even know what happened in this book. Giving it 2 stars because there was some moments I did listen to it via audio and on my way to work and, you know, back home and stuff like that. I do remember it's about this author that is trying to like solve this murder or trying to figure out murders. That's all I can give you. Now, I did start one of my summer books in June, and I love this book. And I'm so ready to like go pick up the other one, which is Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. This is my first Carly Fortune read, and I know she has the new book out, One Golden Summer or something like that, which I think is the sequel to this. She has 2 other books out, but I don't think they go with this book. I heard that the new one, One Golden Summer, goes with this one. So I need to pick that one up. You know what? I said I was going to put myself on a ban, a very slight ban. But the way that I like this book, I'll try it. I'm going to try and get the book. I'm in no rush because I have a whole summer TBR that's staring right at me. So this is about Persephone, and she is going to this, like her and her family bought the summer home or the summer like cottage cabin thing. She ends up meeting these 2 brothers and they hang out, they become best friends. She becomes like really close with, what's his name? Sam? I believe it's Sam. Charlie's the brother. So Sam. And they just become best friends. It's like dual timeline, so it talks about when she's older, like it starts out when she's older, and then it goes back to when they're younger. The reason why it starts when she's older is because Charlie, the brother of Sam, ends up reaching out to her after so many years and says, hey, you know, just to let you know, our mom passed. We want you to come to the funeral because we're like family. That's all I'm going to give, because this book was really good. There was also like a twist. Yeah. Very good book. Highly recommend. I believe I gave it 4 star, maybe 4.5. Not sure. I don't think it was a 5. I could be wrong. I don't know. And then the book that I finally finished, that I've been like reading off and on since May. It's not even a super long book. It's less than, let's see, is it 380? No, 300. I don't know, 370 pages, 75. It's not 400 pages. Why did it take me so long? I don't know. But it's a memoir, so I'm not really going to rate it. It was just good. It just took me so long. I don't know, because anyways, it's solito. And I've probably talked about it in a bunch of the videos since I've since May. And it's a 9-year-old that's journeying from El Salvador to America by himself, or with like a coyote and like some other people that are trying to cross the border. The only thing that was like boring to me, I don't want to say boring because it's his life, it just didn't catch me, is because it's telling as the 9-year-old. Like, it was a lot of repetitive. It was like he was describing things over and over again, and I don't know, like it just didn't get me. And like I said, I'm not gonna rate it. It is a good read. It's sad because things like this do happen every single day, and you know what's going on in the world today. That's all I'm gonna say. And so, back to my summer TBR. I started this a couple days ago. Liking it. Not sure my rating yet. I'm probably 50 to 60% in, and it's One Italian Summer by Rebecca Searle. This is my first read from Rebecca Searle, and I'm like, it's okay. It's not a long book. It's taken me forever because I'm not really like picking it up every day. I could technically finish this in a day, but I'm just taking my time. I'll probably finish it this week. I'm not sure. But it's talking about, what's her name? I'm so bad with names and books. Sorry, you guys. But it's Katie. Katie and her mom passes, and they were planning on going to Italy together, and her mom passes before the trip. And she was like, you know what, I'm still going to take this trip. So I'm going by myself. I need to figure things out. What's weird is her obsession with her mom. Like, I love my mom. My biological mom passed a few years ago, and my grandmother raised me, so that's technically my mom. But I love both my moms, like my grandmother mom and my biological mom. I just wasn't obsessed. Like, Katie, like, girl, it's unhealthy. Really unhealthy. But at this point, like, I'm kind of liking it. I'm leaning on it like a 3-star right now. We'll see what happens. Maybe 3.5. We'll see. And then, you know what I want to do? Because I might finish this book this week, maybe in a day or two. I want to pick my next TBR, or my next read. And I'm thinking maybe I should use the TBR jar because I miss it. And I have enough books to like probably figure out something. If it doesn't work out, you know, I'll let you know. So let me go get the TBR jar and the TBR cart, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I got the TBR cart, if you can see it. Don't mind this. This is the ones that I'm doing when it's a whole nother thing. So I have these, and then I have a few down here. Here's my TBR jar. I'm really hoping for a Chris and Hannah, because I have 2, or my Jennifer Hartman, Catch the Sun. I want something that's just gonna make me cry for some reason. I don't know. But I wanted to use the TBR jar just so I can pick my next pick. So when I'm done with One Italian Summer, I can just pick it up and start reading instead of like sitting there figuring whatever. So all these books I did pick because I want to read them, but they're also giving summer vibes. So let me just scoot a little bit more. There we go. So if there's a prompt in here that I pull that there's nothing that goes with it, then it's going back. So it's just gonna be one. I don't want, like I said, I don't want this video to be extra long. So let's see. We're just gonna do one good one. Come on. Let's see. Non-fiction book. Nope. I already did that. Don't have any non-fiction. See, a book with sports in the storyline. don't think I have any. Nope. Okay. Let me know if there is some that you see, because I also have Summer Island by Kristen Hanna, A Love Like the Sun by Riss Nielsen, and The Secret Life of Bees. I do have In 5 Years, because that is one of my picks that I got from, what is this? My 25 and 2025. And also The Last Thing You Told Me is the other one that I need to read that was picked from there. So we might just be picking all of these. Author with same initials as me. A T and a C. Taylor Jenkins Reid has a T. That's it. Is it Taylor Jenkins Reid? I haven't read a TJR book in a while, so I will pick this one. It's Malibu Rising. Let's see if I can get it out. No, okay. We're gonna pick Malibu Rising. Now, do I want to pick another one just in case it's not getting me? And I also have been reading or trying to read 2 books at once. So, you know, we'll do 2. So we have Malibu Rising, which I've had that for a while. And I haven't read a Taylor Jenkins Reid book in a minute. So she's one of my favorite authors. Pick a historical fiction novel. Yeah. I was hoping for one like this because I want to pick Kristen Hanna for sure. I do have 2, but this is like one that I really want to read. Let's see. Summer Island, I don't know. It doesn't say if it's... Here's Summer Island. I don't know if it's a historical fiction, so we're going to put that one back. It doesn't say anything, but this one starts with 1974, and it's Firefly Lane. This is like the older cover. I think I have the new... Yeah, I have the newer cover, but this is the one that I've had for a while, so I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I picked this. I didn't put a bookmark. I usually try and match my bookmarks. If you can tell, like, I haven't started any of these, but there's bookmarks hanging out of them, because once I do my TBR, I go and get my, like, bookmark little vase thing, and I try and match them. And I'm surprised I didn't put one in here. So we're gonna have to look for one. Did I put one in Malibu Rising? I didn't put one in Malibu Rising either. So I guess these were meant to be. These are the 2 books that don't have bookmarks. Anyways, so these are the 2 that I'm gonna start with once I'm done with One Italian Summer. I'm so glad I did the TBR jar because I missed it. Now we're gonna put these aside and go over what I'm reading and what I'm going to read. Yeah. So what I'm reading, I've been saying it a bunch of times, One Italian Summer, Rebecca Serrell. And then I'm going to read Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna, as well as Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So if you've read any of these, let me know what you rated them, if you liked them or not. I've heard a lot of good things. I'm probably the last person to read Malibu Rising. So we'll see. With that being said, I'm so glad that you are here and you watched my shenanigans through it all. Like, I love you. And yeah. So remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Talk to you later. Bye.